Hey everyone, this is Floxcat, and I know there's double videos today, but that's only because, like I said, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. However, also because today or tonight, to be honest, depending on when you're watching this, hold on. Sorry about that. Today I wanted to talk about something that I kind of what I've been talking about. Now, before I continue, please note that this is not a giant hate video at any kind. We all know I don't usually do that, and I'm just responding to something that it's kind of interesting because really I shouldn't be doing this video, yet I'm going to be a fucking hypocrite doing so anyways, and I don't care. But I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to respond to this thing, considering that it happened a couple years ago, and it's a very, let's just say it's a very weird thing, because I think I made an error. That's my whole point of what I'm saying, and I wanted to make this video more of a critique, and yeah, it's very interesting to say the least. And please note that obviously I don't know what's been going on, and I have no true grudges. Like, this ain't like a video where I literally just give FU to, my normal enemies. Or at this case, I don't know, I wouldn't say enemies, but just people who really cross me, like, like freaking that bastard and that bitch, to say the least, if you know what I mean. If you don't, then don't try to figure out. But pretty much, obviously, to say the least, this has got me questioning something, and I'll just say this now. This is more like a kind of a apology video as well, though it might be sloppy, and I guess more new there. But I am going to say this out loud. I'm a little bit sorry for this, and I didn't want to come a negative term. So this video is more of me trying to relieve that stress, because I realize I don't want this kind of guilt, and I didn't really do anything wrong as well, by the way. It was just miscommunication, that's all, and I wanted to go ahead and do this. So this whole thing started actually 1 year ago, which is kind of long, but then again, I've been on this platform for a while now. Pretty interesting to say the least. Where I did a video called "Whatever Happened to Blame It on George." A very pretty video. It's like actually supposed to be, and side note, this was an error on my end. This was probably supposed to have been the 5th episode. I know that because when I was looking into it, when I was doing one of my Whatever Happened to, I made a mistake. It says episode 4, but in actuality, there's actually 2 episode 4s of Whatever Happened to. It makes no sense. I know. My bad. But either way, I was just looking into what happening to Blame on George, because Blame on George has been changing for the better. And I say that literally because it has been going through a very good better. However, the reason why I'm bringing all this up is literally I was looking back at my comment section, for 1 year ago, and please ignore this stupid comment right here. Oh, finally, this phone decides to be clear, generally speaking. But please ignore that. That's just the usual dumbass comment about how I don't have equipment, which I got in better, so F you. Takes some time. Literally, I don't have that much money. I mean, I do have money, but not that much. But then I went to Rob's Media, the person in question of this video, and he said, "Bro, he still makes great video, just doesn't make flat out lists anymore." Or, video lists, my bad. But you can see it as black and white, clear crystal. And I, being the young, mature me, said, "Yeah, I think it's great move on his part." So you guys see where the problem comes in here, because, well, first of all, and even foremost, I did said it was already great on his part, even in that comment, and I even said in the video it's a great thing, and you can check it out. I'll send a link down the description down below of the original video I just showed you, or kind of show you, because I can't really show it to you because, you know, reasons. But it is a pretty good video. It kind of reminds me back in the day when really I sounded crappy, but you gotta remember that was at a time where I was literally living in my foster parents. It's been 1 year and now I'm living by myself. Yeah, it's very weird, to say the least. But, you know, I was also still young and, you know, mature with that thing. Because, you know, pretty much very interesting. Had a lot. I was still getting used to the YouTube thing. I'm much more experienced now since I learned how to master that YouTube thing. It really has been literally just 2 years since, which is very interesting to say the least. However, the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because also you may notice I made have literally since I was young, and it really isn't no excuse, I kind of misread that. Because I was thinking like, oh yeah, he's been doing new, someone was just confirming me that, oh yeah, he's still doing great, dude, and blah, blah, blah. And, like, he was agreeing to what I was saying, but it turns out that either A, he did watch the entire video, which I highly doubt, and was just literally saying, hey, you might be wrong, or B, he just flat out didn't see it, which I wouldn't blame him, because how crappy my, like, even now, even though that I do got some good video thing, like I said, I have evolved. Let's be real here, I still make my videos homemade, like crazy, and I may not actually stop, because I do like the homemade thing. It makes me feel unique than the other YouTube thing, whatever. But really, to make a long story short, he must have thought that I was hating on Blame on George, which, first of all, I was just explaining what's been going on with him. Because, obviously, when it comes to the Whatever Happened to series, I just explain YouTubers that have gone out of the spotlight. For example, I talk about Aura Spencer, Blasphemous HD, Q Laboratory. Even I was literally, even though you could discount this because obviously I'm not a very well-known channel, I was kind of the second YouTube channel to talk about freaking Annoying Orange until pretty much, what's it? Not internet. Who was that guy? I don't know. I subscribed to him, but there was another Whatever Happened to Annoying Orange video. Then obviously I was booted out because everyone don't know me. So there you go. But still, my videos are more towards the fact of what happened to these YouTubes or this situation. And obviously I talk about YouTubers who at the same time are obviously not failing, but does beg question why their content is changing. Like for another example, I think my last Whatever Happened to, I could be wrong, well, I know my last two Whatever Happened to was on SCP, goddamn, I forgot, SCP Stories, which, you know, I'm not saying it correctly, but, you know, the animation story, I think that was Animated Stories, and the other one was SMG4, which are both doing completely well, which I actually am so surprised. I mean, yes, the SCP animation are still doing well. I'm still surprised at that because their animation changed. But if they're doing well, they're not flundering. I'm just trying to explain what's been going on and all that, which is fine. There's nothing wrong to it. I mean, heck, people have done this before as well. There's still, for example, people still talk about Super Mario Logan and how he literally did fall from grace, and he still is. But he still is trying to make revenue as best as he can. He's still up. So, yeah. First of all, that's the thing. And I know Blame on George wasn't failing. I thought, like I said, I was thinking it was great that he moved there. Which, of course, leads into the second thing was I was just trying to explain why he was doing it because I'm a fan. Because I'm a fan of Blame on George. And I was trying to explain, you know, list videos aren't, like, they're still out there and stuff, and I'll get to the reason why they're still popular in a bit, because ironically we get to that point of view, But, list videos have fallen from grace multiple times because now it's been, there's been literally a full-fledged trend. First, there was the top 10 videos. Then there was the documentary videos, I think. And then now, I think it's the iceberg videos that is taking over. There's always been a very full-fledged trend, and I know this because I've been seeing how it works. And I'm not saying documentary videos or any videos or even lost media videos are falling down the drain. I think they're still pretty cool in my opinion, but they have moved from the public light. It's like freaking video games. There was once the trend of freaking zombie apocalypse, and then there was the racing trend, and then the fighting game trend. So I was just trying to explain that, and I know that two things doesn't make any sense, which, if it doesn't make sense, my bad. But my point is, and my main point that does make sense is, I wasn't trying to offend Blame on George. I still subscribe to him, I still watch his videos, and I do think it was cool. It was my fault that I mistranslate that comment. And here's the weirdest part about this whole situation. And that is the fact that Rob Media is actually a YouTuber that I now subscribe to, but I didn't even, because I subscribed to him last year, which is still, and he's still pretty much good. He's pretty much a little bit of a replacement to Blame on George in some way, which makes sense because he's actually a big fan of Blame on George. But the thing is, this is the same guy, and I can double down and prove it. This is the same guy, this is the same guy, and you can tell from his thing, I tried to do this, there we go. This is the same guy who comment on my video. And I can even double down and prove it. Let me see if I can. Let me click on his, let me see. Yeah, this is the same guy. Why wasn't it say this? I don't know, this whole phone is broken. You see it even the cracks. Motherfucker and all that. But still, this is the same guy who I'm subscribed to. And this is the same guy who, literally commented on my video and was pissed off because, as you can tell, this is also the same guy who loves Blame on George. And for those who do not know, let me just say his videos are even more darker than Blame on George. But then again, Blame on George also goes to the dark community as well. Not all the way, but definitely in some cases, which is fine, but I don't care. But yeah. Okay, so side note, I wasn't able to find it. I probably just because I was an idiot and deleted it. That's obviously, and I'm still gonna look for it right here while I'm talking. I actually kind of need to just, while I'm at it, but probably just when I talk, I'll just do what I was doing. But pretty much to make a long story short, then he sent out a contest thing where you could actually, have special guests and stuff. You can actually help him voice. And since, I was like, hey, I may not have true voice equipment, but I do able to have a way to voice someone because, it's kind of common. So I actually sent him a letter and see if he wants to do anything, and he hasn't responded to that letter. Makes sense because A, I think it never went to him, but also B, if it did went to him, he probably ignore me because obviously he probably didn't trust me because of what happened. And again, I understand the whole situation very clearly, that he probably does hate my guts. Now, side note, I'm only predicting he hates my guts because I have a huge feeling he's probably going to be later on saying, no, I don't hate your guts, which I can understand that. But even if he doesn't hate my guts, which is super fine, I still gotta apologize for that memoir that I did a couple of years ago. Because, I looked at it, I felt guilty, and that's my whole point. But yeah, I want to get that off my chest to explain. Like I said, I'm still subscribed to him. I think his content is great. I'll send a link down in the description below if you want to check him out. But yeah, that's the whole point. And I really don't know what to say, really. I'm actually dumbfounded, to be honest. Because, on one hand, I can understand he probably still hates my guts afterwards. And of course, I'm letting it slide because A, it's been a while since I gotta let it go, and honestly, we all gotta let it go sometimes. And trust me, I don't. He did it in the best way by not talking to me because I think that was fine. Trust me. But also B, I can understand, no one wanting to truly want to talk to me ever that bullshit. Now again, this is just theory wise. I don't know if he really hates me or not. But like I said, I want to just do this video just to get this off my chest. Because, it's kind of a very interesting, weird topic that happened. And I kind of wanted to see if he does hate me or not, but I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. And even if he did, I wouldn't blame him. But again, like I said, this is also kind of a apology video. Because, things are just going to get weird with that. I don't want to make it awkward because, I will take responsibility over that bullshit and I will let it go. But I just want to explain my side of the story if anything comes off because I do watch his videos and I noticed he has a tongue, to say the least. That's not a rude thing, I just mean he is very much sarcastic and he comes out as a little bit rude sometimes. Not in a bad way, by the way. He just, he's just one of those YouTubers who does have a good heart, but he doesn't have a good mouth. And not even curse word way, it's just that, he comes out very, you will think pretty much nasty, as you say. But even if you don't think that, that's fine. I know that I'm not making any sense. I'm not trying to take down a peg or anything, as you can tell. I'm pretty chilled, as you can tell. But yeah, again, I am super sorry. I did not want to cause any bullshit, because I think I might actually did. And trust me, I feel like I did. But anyways, just want to let you know. And yeah, anyways, this has been Foxcat, and I'm definitely snapping out of here because I got a lot of mail to clean up and stuff. Like, jeez Christ, I got a lot of mail. Anyways, snapping out of here. Bye.